Hello folks, it's Scott here from the Rangers Assessment, and I am here to talk to you after Rangers won the first trophy of the 2023-24 season as they clinched the Viaplay Cup with a 1-0 victory over Aberdeen at Hampden. Let's look at the match as a whole before we talk into some analysis. Team news, pretty much the team we all thought. Dujon Sterling came in the midfield. It was obviously down to the bare bones. Sterling came in. We'll get into him because I thought he was outstanding today. First half, there's not a great deal to report. It was a pretty poor first half, to be honest. It was something that makes Derek Adams' comments yesterday quite valid, actually, because there was nothing really to write home about. It was a very poor first half. Rangers were very sloppy on the ball. Probably the closest chance came from Abdallah Sima. Some good play from Cantwell. Found Tavernier. Sima gets the opportunity in the box, but it's a comfortable save for Roos. Doesn't get much power behind it. Todd Cantwell gets an elbow on the back of the head. Now, the commentary today, I think, is probably a show in itself, because I thought the commentary today in Viaplay was an absolute abomination. Like, Michael Stewart, who I think is somebody who knows his stuff. I don't want to spend too long talking about Michael Stewart because he doesn't deserve it in a podcast like this, but Michael Stewart said that you see that in football all the time. That's the problem. That's why we're talking so much about head injuries, because we shouldn't see anything like that. Now, I'm advocating that it should be a booking and nothing more. I don't think it was a purposeful elbow, but for a commentator to come out and say that, and some of the other shouts he had later on, he is just bitter against Rangers. There's nothing more to describe about that. The problem is with Michael Stewart, though, he is a reasonable commentator. I thought Alan Hutton as well. I don't think that was the dream team for commentary. I don't think Alan Hutton's very good in terms of analysis, but Michael Stewart just doesn't. Today, just another example of he shouldn't get Rangers games. They talk about referees shouldn't get Rangers games. He shouldn't get Rangers games because he can offer no dubiety. He can offer no analysis on Rangers because he doesn't have any respect for them, and it's that simple. And I don't want to listen to that as a paying customer of Viaplay. I don't want to listen to somebody like that talking about a game at all. So let's less time with Michael Stewart the better. First half, McCausland had a couple of chances. I thought McCausland actually first half, it wasn't his best day, but you could see he was trying his best. He was trying to operate on both ends and just try to make things happen. But half time went in, you would certainly say Barry Robson would have been more happier with the two managers at half time. Aberdeen really offered very little, to be honest, but Rangers, their ball retention was poor. I thought Cantwell had a pretty awful first half. He comes back into it in the second half, but first half, not a lot to write home about. Second half, a couple of chances. McCausland has an effort tipped for a corner. Balogun has a header that's wide. Dessers, similar chance to what he had against Betis that he took very well, but instead of placing the ball into the net, he hits the ball kind of at the keeper. It's a reasonable enough save, but Dessers should be doing better. Tavernier gets a free kick, again forces a save. Balogun, another save over the bar. Roos was busy, but the goal finally came just before that. A sub was made. Scott Wright came on for Ross McCausland. Scott Wright, I think everybody was thinking this could be the day that Scott Wright does it again at Hampden, but the goal came a few minutes later. Really nice play, good ball in from Barisic. Both Cantwell and Dessers deserve a lot of credit for their impact in this goal, but Barisic puts the ball across, and it's that man again, the captain, James Tavernier, comes up again in a big game. Tavernier's had a lot of stick, and sometimes it's deserved, sometimes it's valid. Games like today are why he should get legend status, because he comes up in big moments. He is the man, he is the talisman, he comes up in those moments. Brilliant finish as well, very underrated finish. It won't get spoke about just how well he takes it. Hits it into the ground, which I like to see, and the goalkeeper has no chance, and Rangers take the lead, and it's all about seeing out. Aberdeen have a couple of chances. There's a late kind of slurry from Aberdeen, there's a late corner. Lammers and Roof come on for Cantwell and Dessers. I want to give Dessers a shout as well. He misses a big chance, but he did put a shift in. He did lead the line quite well. And it was full time. Rangers won the game 1-0. And what this does in terms of the future is still, obviously, we still need to wait on that. But in terms of tonight, I think it's a massive, massive accomplishment for this Rangers side. As I keep saying, from where they were before Clement came in under Michael Beale, they were an absolute shambles. And something like this did not look. I mean, under Michael Beale, they were 7 points behind. Not a performance at all. Nothing to write home about in terms of performances. To be where they are now, a Viaplay Cup, you saw the camaraderie in the post-match celebrations. It's so relieving from what we saw 3 months ago. It's such a different side, and I think a lot of that has to go to the manager. I think the manager today, again, he just has something about him that says, I'm going to win here. I'm going to be successful at this football club. I'm going to bring back. You saw how he interacted with the fans, lifting the trophy as well. He's a winner. He's a winner, and Rangers need a manager like that. They need a manager who today, the performance wasn't fantastic. It wasn't a vintage cup final. I don't think we'll be talking about this cup final in terms of quality for years to come. But in terms of a mentality, in terms of influencing a side the way he has, I think Clement deserves a bunch of credit. I think he's been such a difference in terms of Beale. Beale wouldn't have won that game today. Let's not kid ourselves. Michael Beale wouldn't have lifted that trophy today because he wouldn't have been able to turn that round the way Clement has. And a lot of that goes in the manager. And the players deserve a lot of credit as well. I look at the old guard and people know my opinions and the likes of Borna Barisic, but to see them get that chance, to see them complete winning all three trophies in Scotland, you have to tip your hat. You have to. Tavernier especially. Tavernier, Goldson, the goalkeeper as well today. The goalkeeper didn't have a lot to do, but the way he punches that ball in the last minute, fantastic. Just a real positive spirit through this side now that we didn't see 3 months ago. So I think it can be the start of something special. I think it can. It obviously needs to be built on. Tonight will be about enjoying the celebrations. It's just about maintaining it. It's about building for the future. The manager's right. Fans are right. Looking across the city, I think it's the worst thing you can do just now. Focus on your own game. If Rangers focus on their own game, then the sky could be the limit, because they don't have anything in the way of. This squad have had so many bad moments in their time, and a lot of the times we've questioned the mentality, but today I think it was the mentality that won the game. I think it was the manager from the touchline really emphasising just how important this was. I thought the likes of Sima, just his work ethic, his work rate, he wasn't for losing that final. Dujon Sterling I thought was magnificent. He looks to be, he reminds me of Calvin Bassey in a way where he's powerful. He can go into a position where he's uncomfortable and thrive. I think that he's the type of player as well who could thrive under Clement. Lundstrom, again, very underrated so far under Clement. I think was magnificent. Again, just the way he kept the ball. His booking in the first half obviously limited him in the second half, but to be in the position he was, again, a lot of credit has to go to him. I think every Rangers player, Balogun I thought was exceptional. I think even the likes of Lammers and Ruth, like what that can do for them, what that can do for Lammers and Dessers getting that first trophy. You saw the connection. Dessers was loving it. You just want this Rangers side to pick up and build on this, because that will be all they focus on. All they focus on now. They've got that monkey off their back. They've won that first trophy. The 30th of December is such a massive game for Rangers, because if they can go into that with 3 wins from the next 3 games, they will be full of confidence going in, and they're going up against a Celtic side that's vulnerable. And as I know I keep saying, don't focus on what's happening across the city, but you have to look at where this club were. They were 7 points behind, and lucky to be 7 points behind before Beale got sacked. Clement's come in. He's really brought a mentality that is impressive, and you can look at a lot of positives, and you can look at a first trophy. It's all about building, it's all about moving forward, and this Rangers side look to be moving in the right direction. That will do me for this post-match reaction. If you want more Rangers analysis, we'll have the player ratings going out tomorrow, and we'll have a new episode of the Rangers assessment looking back at the game in a bit more detail on Tuesday. So enjoy your night, folks. First trophy in the bag for Rangers. Will it be a start of a historic season? Thanks very much. See you soon.